and welcome to my channel. This is Jyotish Tarot and Astrology, and today we're gonna see whatever channeled messages are coming from the universe. If you were drawn to the title of the video, it means that there's some messages for you. So without further ado, let's begin. What messages? Dear God. Dear God. What message would you like to send to the viewer, please? Your commitment is being tested. Don't let your past hold you back. Okay, what do the cards? Messages for the viewer, please. It's time to release negativity. Alright, so I feel that you have been probably plagued by some negative thoughts relating to maybe you're wanting to commit yourself to something, start a new project or new adventure or whatever or something, but you're probably doubting yourself. Maybe you're letting your past experiences hold you back, in the sense that maybe you're thinking that because in the past I did this step forward, but it backfired me, or it didn't bring the results that I was aiming for. So now I'm talking myself out of it, or whatever you might want to do with your life. This could be actually literally commitment in a relationship sense. Maybe you have your eyes on somebody, but you're too afraid to take the step to approach the person and confess your feelings, just because you have some past experiences of rejection, for example. But that is the thing, that even if something happens in the past that doesn't bring the results that we are looking for, we shouldn't be beaten down with one negative or two negative experiences. Those negative experiences had some type of lesson ingrained that you needed to learn about yourself, or maybe in that moment you were not ready for whatever you wanted with your life. But it doesn't mean that we need to stop approaching the things that we want from our lives. Of course, it requires a type of courage. Like we have Scorpio here, and Scorpio is ruled by Mars. And Mars is a very bold planet, is very courageous, very brave planet, and it does whatever it's told Mars to do, because it's a soldier, and soldier just takes the orders that the king is giving them, and then the soldier goes and does the thing without thinking. They leave their own fears and wishes aside and just accomplish whatever tasks is given to them. And funnily enough, actually, South Node is also co-ruler of Scorpio in Vedic astrology. So it's very prominent, this Scorpio energy here. And Scorpio usually rules things like, not even usually, it rules things like death and rebirth. It rules our deepest fears in our subconscious. But those fears are there just to be rooted. When I'm thinking of astrology, we have Scorpio, and the next sign is Sagittarius. And in Vedic astrology, we have nakshatras. And the last nakshatra of Scorpio is Jesta. And then the next one in Sagittarius, the first one is Mula. And Mula is represented by roots. And what the nakshatra is talking about is that we need to root those negative beliefs and parts of ourself. Also is talking about unrooting our ego so we can step towards enlightenment. And now that I said that, it could be that maybe this fear that you have is rooted to the process of spiritual revolution. Let's say, for example, that you have wishes to explore yourself, but maybe you have let some negative talk to keep you back, or you're doubting your process because you might not see the results yet. But the reading is highly encouraging that whatever you're doing, don't let the past experiences or the negative self-talk keep yourself from re-evolutionizing yourself into a better person in whatever area of life that is. Again, maybe you're seeking for a relationship, you have your eyes on somebody, but you're talking yourself out of it because of fear. Or you're wanting to explore the more esoteric, mystical side of life, but there's a lot of fear mongering in that community, sorry. There's a lot of fear mongering in the community of spirituality, like, oh, there's demons and this and that. And yes, that is true partially, but the thing is that a lot of it, the key in those situations is within us. It all stems from how we approach the things and what beliefs we hold on those situations and ourselves and others. And let's say, for example, if you liked astral projection or you're wanting to do astral projection, but there's a lot of fear mongering about, like, oh, you're gonna meet demons there and they're gonna suck your soul and you will never return back to your body and yada yada yada. So you're, again, first of all, you're letting that negativity to talk yourself out from something that is very miraculous and magical and something that definitely everyone, I mean, we all experience astral projection every night, but we don't remember them. But it's due to our heightened consciousness that we are able to actually take control of those dreams and remember them. But don't let that fear mongering to keep yourself from exploring that area of life. Because, for example, when it comes to demons and negative entities, we have the power to send them away anytime. They are not just forcing themselves and you have no control. For example, practicing doing prayers and having that connection with your guides and higher vibrational entities. God is just ask protection from God and that will dispel any negative entities. Just having that in your mind and don't let that negative talk and experiences talk yourself out from experiencing something that could be higher. Because, for example, when we go to, in the zodiac wheel, we go to Scorpio, and that is the deepest and darkest part of our house, and that represents literally ego death. It represents that beliefs within us dying so we can ascend to a higher part of ourselves, which is Sagittarius. I don't know why I felt the need to say that, because again, we have South Node, and South Node in Sanskrit is Ketu, and Ketu rules liberation and enlightenment also. So there could be some messages about that, but it can be, this message can apply to your situation, whatever, whether it's physical or spiritual or mental or whatever area of life. But again, practicing that courageousness and willingness to step outside of your comfort zone and keep your focus on whatever you're trying to get, and don't let any self-doubt or negative talk or other people or circumstances to keep you from fulfilling that goal that you have in your mind. Okay, so let's take some tarot to add some more juice and spice to this reading. Any additional messages for the viewer, please, God? Any additional messages for the viewer, please? We have Nine of Swords. This is the fears that I just mentioned. Two of Pentacles, juggling between, should I take the steps or should I just stay in my comfort zone or what I'm used to doing? Ten of Pentacles, could I create something long-lasting and fulfilling? And on the bottom we have Judgment. Exactly, this is just repeating the same message that I just covered here. You have something in your mind that you want to fulfill. Maybe something that could bring permanent results. Is it commitment? Because Ten of Pentacles in love reading represents commitment, like long-term commitment, having family, getting married, all that. So maybe there you have your eyes on somebody that you imagine your future with, or it's some type of life goal that you want to bring you want to build a long-lasting future for or around, but you're still in that between world state, between do I have the courage to take the other pentacle and drop the old one that is starting to be less heavy, like we see in this card. This pentacle is much heavier than this one, and this one represents the past, and this represents what we would like to go towards, and it's starting to be heavier than the past. So we are inclined towards making or taking a step forward, but there is that negative talk, fears, anxieties regarding to this step that you are willing or would want to take. King of Swords, determination to dispel those fears that you have. Don't let them control your life. Meditation is very great for gaining that type of master of mind. That we can have fears, that we can have anxieties. It doesn't mean that we need to get rid of them completely, but it's to get that control over them. So that even if you hear that noise in your head saying that don't do this, don't do that, do you remember the last time that we did this and it failed? All this chit chatter, this reading is encouraging you to find ways to gain control of that, gain control of your mind, master your own mind. Because that's basically what everything in life is based on, is on our intention, our state of mind. Let's say, for example, if we are dwelling in a very negative energy, well, we are going to see the world full of snakes and spiders, and not the opportunities that we could see if our minds were clear and high vibrational and very positive and optimistic. So you see, our mind is our worst enemy. Two of Cups. So when I said about the commitment, maybe this could be about commitment. You have your eyes on somebody that you want to confess to, you would want to take the relationship to the next level, or maybe you don't have your eyes on somebody, but you would like to put yourself in the dating game, but you're talking yourself out of it because you have fears that because in the past things failed. So what if things fail here again? Also, we have two tools. So there's a requirement for balancing. Yeah, we have the Two of Pentacles for balancing between two extremes, coming to some form of balance. I just heard the word exchange. Like these people are exchanging their cups to one another. Exchange. This is a funny thing that came to my mind, but it's like this person is you and this person is God or the spirit guide or the universe or therapist or whatever you can think of, and giving that cup of fear to that person, so that person or entity or God can give you the cup of trust and clarity back to you. Yeah, when I mentioned the prayer before, maybe you could try practicing doing prayer from your heart. Like really do a prayer. I'm not saying that you need to repeat some mantra that you don't actually truly connect and resonate with. It's something that comes from the heart. Ask help from the divine with this. Ask help, ask courage, because we have the Mars. Ask the gods help with whatever you're feeling that you are not having the courage to take the steps towards. Because the God is always there, is always around you and within you, and is always ready to help you if you just ask. Even if you don't believe in that, just try. Just that one day in your whole lifetime, try to make yourself believe in the divine and try to connect. It can be even your higher self. If you're really like agnostic or atheist, I don't know how to say that, but even if you don't believe in God and you don't want to believe in God, believe in yourself and your higher self and your inner spirits, and ask courage and help from that source. And I tell you, once you do that, sometimes magic happens in life, and it has happened for me so many times, and it has happened to a lot of other people, so don't underestimate that power. Okay, we have Queen of Pentacle. Yeah, I needed to translate that. So funny how it's underneath the 10 of Pentacle here. Yeah, I think whatever you're wanting from life is that you want some type of permanence and stability. But this reading is highly encouraging you to find that stability within yourself. Because again, like I said, our inner state is reflected to the outer world. And again, if we are very unstable within us, the environment will seem very unstable in general. We will make very hasty decisions. We will make decisions that are not aligned to our higher purpose, or for the sake of love. We are doing it out of fear or some other unstable energy, and then it will just bring more unstable energy back. So we need to gain that sense of groundedness and surety within us. Again, that stable mind, the practice of meditation. Trust and believe in yourself, because the Queen of Pentacles represents our self-esteem in a positive way. And I feel, I don't know why I need to say that, but I feel this is more in reverse. So maybe you lack some type of assurity within yourself, some type of groundedness within yourself. You don't believe that whatever you want can grow, like this grass and these leaves have grown. Maybe you believe that you might not be able to grow long-term permanence with whatever you would actually want to do in your life. But I tell you, it's very, very highly unlikely. But you need to align your mind with that physical reality that you want to create for yourself. Okay, so I guess that was pretty much it. I don't think that there's any other, like, I don't feel that the divine wants me to carry on any other messages. So we will leave it here. I hope this was helpful for you, and I wish you the best, and I wish to see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.